welcome. My name is Doris Etito. In this video, I will take you on a journey to discover cupcake wonders as I walk you through step-by-step procedure on how to make or bake rich, fluffy sponge vanilla cupcake to impress your loved ones this Christmas and always. To make this fluffy sponge vanilla cupcakes, here are the ingredients you will need: flour, eggs, margarine or butter, powdered milk, alcohol to serve as preservative, evaporated milk, baking soda, browning, vanilla extract, sugar, baking powder, nutmeg, and cake pans in different shapes and sizes. In a bowl, I'm going to add the margarine. Guys, this margarine is suitable for baking, cooking, frying, and spreading. This margarine is slightly salted. That is why I like it so much for baking. Alright, so guys, I have a special way of opening up margarine sachet easily. With a scissors, I will gently cut the edges like so, then peel the sachets to reveal the margarine. This margarine is about 250 grams. That is what we are working with. After mixing and baking this cake, I got about 20 cupcakes. If you want more cupcake, you can increase the quantity of margarine, flour, and the rest of the ingredients. Okay, simply double it and you get the number of cupcakes you want. All right, so 250 grams of margarine. I'm adding 1 cup of sugar. If you like very sweet cake, you can slightly increase the quantity of sugar to about 1.5 cup. Now I'm creaming the sugar and margarine until it becomes pale, soft, and fluffy. I do this for about 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes I pause to prepare the cake pans. Now I'm simply coating the pan with some amount of margarine. Okay, then I will slightly add some flour and then shake off the excess flour from the pan. Do this until you are done greasing and slightly flour the pans, all the pans. You can also use vegetable oil to grease the pan instead of margarine. Also, if you do not have a cake mixer, don't worry, you can use a spatula to cream your sugar and margarine like so in this video that appears up here. If you are baking your cupcake at home in a pot, simply pour sand or granite into a big enough pot, then cover with newspaper. Make sure you do this properly to prevent sand from entering into the cake. When done, kindly place on a stove top to preheat on low heat. If you have an oven, that's perfect. Preheat your oven to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Please make sure to wash your hands before you continue. In a big, clean, dry bowl, I'm sieving the flour. The flour is about 2 cups. It's very important to sieve the flour. Most of the times, flours after sieving, you just find some dirt in the sieve. Look at that, okay? After sieving the flour, now I'm also going to sieve the baking powder. The baking powder is 1 tablespoon. Also, after sieving the baking powder, I'm also going to sieve the baking soda. The baking soda is 1 teaspoon. Now I'm going to add the grated nutmeg, about 1 tablespoon, and after adding the grated nutmeg, I'll give this a stir. And now I'm going to add the powdered milk. Feel free to add as much powdered milk you want. It will give your cake some extra yumminess. Okay, I added a little bit of salt as well. In a bowl, crack the eggs. In here I have about 5 eggs. I'm going to crack the eggs. It is best to crack them one at a time before adding together in a bowl. I am very sure the eggs are fresh. That is why I'm doing it like this. Okay, so after cracking the eggs, I'm going to give it a good whisk. Okay, Whisk the egg to incorporate more air into the cake batter. Alright, after whisking the egg in the mixing bowl on low speed, gently add the egg a little at a time, mixing continuously. When you're done adding all the eggs, now add the evaporated milk as well as the vanilla extracts. Mix on low speed to properly combine. Now I'm adding the alcohol or brandy. Please note the alcohol or brandy is the preservative for the cake. Alright, after adding it, I mix it gently or slightly, and it's time to add in the flour. Gradually, a little at a time, a little quantity at a time, add in the flour, fold in the flour to incorporate more air, okay? When you are done adding the flour, it's time to add the browning. Okay, now I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of browning. That seemed not to be enough, so I'm adding a little bit more. I'm not going to stir it properly, okay? I'm not going to mix it to evenly spread, okay? I just mix it slightly, okay, because I want the brownie to be like faded out in the cake. All right, and after that, I'm gently scooping some quantity of the batter into the cake pan. All right, don't fill up the cake pan to the brim. Half the pan is perfect because the cake is also going to rise. If you put too much, it will rise and just spill over. All right, so make sure it's half the pan, and after that I'm going to slightly heat it on the table to release trapped air. All right, and after that I'm taking it straight into my baking pot. Now guys, if you are using an oven, remember, preheat your oven. Okay, so I have preheated the baking pot. The pot, I have put it on the stove top. It has heated up and it's ready for me to use. In the baking pot, which is already preheated, I will gently place the cake pans, arrange it so it can fit the pot, and after which I will use more newspaper to cover the pot to prevent air from going out of the pot. Okay, I need the steam to retain in the pot, and to ensure that no air is escaping out from the pot, I'm just going to add this or place this small mortar on top of the pot. Okay, remember I'm baking this in a pot, so I have to reduce the heat. Look at that. Okay, I reduce the heat, and after baking for about 30 to 40 minutes, our cake is ready. Guys, look at that. Fluffy sponge vanilla cake is ready. I added a little bit of cake sprinkles on the cake to give it some extra yumminess and makes it look good. Okay, the cake is ready, and guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment, share this video if you can, so your family and friends can know how to bake this cake, most especially for Christmas. All right, Don't forget, Christ is the reason for the season. I will see you again in my next video. Goodbye.